So Moises Caicedo and Romeo Lavia have both signed for Chelsea. Moises Caicedo has officially signed for Chelsea for £105 million, and Chelsea have agreed a deal with Romeo Lavia. Um, from a Liverpool fan's perspective, obviously we had deals agreed with both of these players. £115 million deal agreed with Caicedo, and a £60 million deal agreed with Lavia, and both have said they want to play for Chelsea. Um, yeah, um, Obviously, I want both players to have signed for Liverpool. But yeah, Caicedo, he is not worth £105 million. He's not worth £115 million. Fantastic player, don't get me wrong, but he's not worth £105 million. Also, I do not think Lavia is worth £60 million. Yeah, I don't think either players are worth what Chelsea have paid for them, and yeah, both are really good players. But I don't think they're worth the money Chelsea have paid for them. And yeah, Caicedo, he has officially signed for Chelsea. Chelsea have agreed a deal with Lavia, and he is set to sign for Chelsea. Yeah, Caicedo, that deal was always going to happen, but Liverpool did have a deal agreed for Caicedo for £115 million, and Caicedo said no to Liverpool and said he only wanted to join Chelsea, and Lavia did agree a £60 million deal with Liverpool, and he has now said he wants to only join Chelsea. So both have said no to Liverpool, and both have said they only want to join Chelsea. Yeah, I think obviously both of these players would have been key to Liverpool's squad as of the problems Liverpool had last season with defence and midfield. Lavia would have helped with the defence, and Caicedo would have helped with the midfield. Imagine that midfield of Szoboszlai, McAllister, and Caicedo. That would have been brilliant for Liverpool this season. And with the defence of Virgil van Dijk, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Andrew Robertson, and Romeo Lavia, that would have been a really good defence for Liverpool. Liverpool are still looking for a CB centre back, and I don't think we're going to get that this summer. There's about 20 days left of the summer transfer window, and it's doubtful Liverpool are going to get centre back before then. Chelsea, they have spent a lot of money on both of these players. Yeah, it looks like Romeo Lavia will be signing for Chelsea. He has said he wants to play for Chelsea. Another player that has said no to Liverpool. Yeah. Yeah, obviously from a Liverpool fan's perspective, I wanted both players to join the squad, to join Liverpool, but that did not happen. That was not the case, and both have decided to join Chelsea instead. Yeah. I'm disappointed that both players didn't want to play for Liverpool. Lavia especially, I'm disappointed that he didn't want to join us. Caicedo, though, he looks like he's going to be a special player in the future, and I wanted him to join us when we agreed that deal with Brighton to sign him. And I was excited that Caicedo was going to be joining Liverpool, but then the tables turned and both are now signing for Chelsea. Yeah. Yeah, there is a bit of disappointment because I wanted both to join Liverpool, but both have chosen Chelsea, and it's doubtful Liverpool are going to get a CB before August the 31st. when the transfer window closes. But yeah, both players are really good players. Romeo Lavia impressed last season in the Premier League for Southampton, and Caicedo did a fantastic job for Brighton as well last season. Chelsea were the front runners to sign Caicedo for a long time. They've had multiple bids. They've had a couple of bids rejected, if I'm correct. Liverpool went from bidding for Lavia, got that rejected. Then they had a second bid rejected. Then a third bid rejected, if I'm correct. And they had a £60 million bid accepted. And then Lavia goes on and says he wants to play for Chelsea. Yeah. When I saw that he didn't want to play for Liverpool and wanted to play for Chelsea, it was a bit disappointing because I wanted him to sign for Liverpool because I knew we weren't going to get Caicedo. Because I knew Lavia was going to be a good alternative for Caicedo, even though Lavia is not a midfielder. But both players do want to join Chelsea, and both players, one has joined Chelsea, Caicedo, and one is going to join Chelsea, Lavia. Again, not worth the money Chelsea have paid for them, and I do think both players, obviously, with the problems Chelsea had last season, they will help Chelsea's problems. But yeah, Lavia has also chosen Chelsea, and he will be signing for Chelsea this summer. It looks like Chelsea will be signing Lavia, and Lavia has said he wants to play for Chelsea. Yeah, Lavia and Caicedo both signed for Chelsea. Yeah, it went from Lavia signing for Liverpool, then it went from him being confirmed to sign for Liverpool, then to him being agreed £60 million with Liverpool, and now it's gone from him agreeing a £60 million deal with Liverpool to now wanting to join Chelsea. Yeah, that has happened in the space of 3 or 4 days, where 2 players have rejected Liverpool for Chelsea, which is not good. Yesterday's game showed that Chelsea have improved way more, and it looks like Romeo Lavia is going to sign for Chelsea. Caicedo has already officially joined Chelsea, but it now looks like Romeo Lavia is going to sign for Chelsea for £50 million, if I'm correct, just under what Liverpool paid for Romeo Lavia. And yeah, I don't think Lavia will be a starter for Chelsea every single game, because of their midfield they've got. It might be in that midfield of Enzo Fernandez, Caicedo. That could work actually. Enzo Fernandez, Caicedo, and Lavia. That could work. I think that could work. That could be a really good midfield. But yeah, both have signed for Chelsea. Great players, Caicedo and Lavia. Lavia proved what he can do for Southampton in the Premier League last season. And Caicedo speaks for himself. Caicedo speaks for himself. Caicedo was fabulous last season. Yeah. And yeah, it is disappointing that both players want to sign for Chelsea instead of Liverpool. I would have liked both players to play for Liverpool. Both would have been outstanding for Liverpool. But yeah, the tables have turned. Both players want to sign for Chelsea, and both players are signing for Chelsea. I guess Chelsea is the preferred club. But yeah, both Caicedo and Romeo Lavia are signing for Chelsea. If you enjoyed the video, you know what to do, which means like, subscribe, turn post notifications on, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.